Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my. Today, we're going to cover R. Kelly and the decades of abuse against young black women and girls. Oh, if you want to hear more about this, stay with me. Hi, how are you doing, my friend? I, this is one that this should be interesting because I was thinking last week of who I should do earlier. What was earlier this week? Yeah, of what I should cover next, and R. Kelly came to mind, and I thought, well, that's odd. Is he back in the news again? What's going on? But maybe that'll just be too controversial. You hear the little tapping? That's my cat on the other side of this door. He wants in. Well, it's one of my cats. We got a lot here. Anyway, I was thinking this and I thought, well, why don't I just ask the community? So I go in the community tab, as I know, like I tend to do, and interact with you guys there and ask, hey, you guys got an idea? And all of a sudden, like someone says R. Kelly, and I'm like, well, that's a confirmation that this is something I should go into. I also had a very, very interesting experience as I started writing and taking down the notes and I'm typing up stuff. I started to have a vision of a victim in him. And something went deadly wrong. And I started an automatic writing, and it really blew my mind because it showed like a victim like almost dying and this huge cover up to hide his involvement, it was like I kept feeling this whole, and I wrote this down, you are mine and no one else can have you. This was just like, what? This doesn't normally happen as I'm working on this stuff. So this is kind of, I'm like, oh, I'm walking into something that's going to get dark here. I don't think the experience that I saw, I can tell you right now, it was not intentional or planned. It was like the spur of the moment, something went wrong, and he just like flipped. And he blames her for pushing him to go overboard. She just listened to him. That's what I kept getting. She would be fine. So that scared me. So, yeah, we're going to talk a little bit more about R. Kelly here, if you want to know about him. Well, he was born on January 8th of 1967. His name is Robert Sylvester Kelly. Now, he is a black American singer, songwriter, record producer, and he is now a convicted sex offender. So I can say things are alleged because a lot of stuff the victims have said, I have to say this is all alleged, but not all of it is alleged because he has been convicted of some of this stuff. So yeah, he has actually sold over 75 million records worldwide, making him the most successful R&B male artist of the 1990s, and he was one of the world's best-selling music artists. Now, in 2010, Billboard magazine considered Kelly the most successful R&B artist in history and listed him as the top R&B hip-hop artist for the time period between 1985 and 2010. In the States, in 2012, he was listed as the 55th best-selling music artist in the United States with over the 32 million album sales. Like, what? This guy has got a lot of influence. And because of this, we're going to see how he took advantage of, well, we'll get into that. You see, it was in the early 1990s that R. Kelly, his music grew into popularity. I mean, who hasn't heard, I believe I can fly, right? Okay. What if you knew that Kelly had illegally married a minor in a secret ceremony a couple of years later after the song was released? The song was on the Space Jam soundtrack, a movie for kids and considered very inspirational. Like, how did something like this happen? How? Well, you know what? I will tell you, and I'm just going to go and be blunt, folks. You need to hear this and understand it is because black girls and women are devalued and had no one to advocate for them. Oh, yeah, see, I told you I was going to go there. And I'm going to keep going there because racism devalues a human being. When I cover missing children cases, I see the stats in those videos, and it really breaks my heart. You know, I could talk about this case of a white child and what happened to them, and I will get thousands of views. But then when I cover the case of black children who've gone missing, or black teen who died an unsolvable death, I barely break 100. Like, why? Why? It's because people the media is not giving them attention because they don't see the value in them as a human being. And that is a problem. And that is how men in power who offer a chance in the entertainment industry have been allowed to groom minors. And that is what R. Kelly did. They groomed them, essayed women, and over and over again. He's an example of how the legal system failed to protect young black women from from horrific abuse, SA, which is S abuse. You get what I'm saying here. From a very sick man, because he was a famous R&B artist, and because the media, law enforcement, and others could care less that a black child or black woman was being abused. Even after a leaked video, allegedly, of R. Kelly having sex with a minor, he was able to perform that same year at the Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City. On top of that, the jury acquitted him of the CP, child P charge, because it was a video that he had made, you know what I'm saying? It had been on him, and yeah. Believe me, girl, I'm just like, woo, bitch, this is so wrong. Now, it wasn't until 2019 that he was arrested and denied bail. In August of 2021, his trafficking trial began, and in September, he was found guilty. Oh, but there's still so much more going on, and there's so many other cases, and he's even trying to get a retrial. He fired his legal team, and he has gone on and hired Bill Cosby's legal team. I kid you not, girl. Bill Cosby, bitch. Oh my God. He's got the audacity to. Now, if you want to learn more about R. Kelly and his victims, please stick around. And if you just want to jump on ahead to the psychic tarot reading, the chapter links, they are down below for you to just jump on ahead. So let's do this. Hey, thank you for staying. Really appreciate you sticking around. And I really hope that what I cover today helps others who are in possible situations such as this. Oh my gosh, I got an eyelash in my eye. Oh, I need some coffee, folks. Okay, it's hot. It's hot. Oh. Now, today I'm going to discuss some very sensitive topics that can be very triggering. SA, non-consensual BDSM, and S-trafficking are just some of the things we're going to cover in this video. So, please do not continue further if this content is not safe for you to listen to. And with that said, let's get going here. Now, back in 1993, R. Kelly had become well known for his music nationwide. And people wanted to work with him, and it is alleged that he was actually grooming young women who wanted to get into the music business. And one of those young women happens to be singer Aaliyah, who worked with R. Kelly, and he wrote the song made for her that made her famous, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. I remember when that was released. I was in college, but I was like, ew, a minor is singing this song about age is nothing but a number. Come to me, baby. We can, I want to love you. And this song was released in 1994, which is the very same year. Well, we'll get into this. Yeah. Same year that R. Kelly, who was 27, secretly married and got Aaliyah, age 15, pregnant. Now, when her parents learned of this marriage, it was annulled with just a few months. Aaliyah died in a plane crash in 2001 at the age of 22. It's a tragedy. She was a very talented young woman who was being used, groomed, and abused by an older man. Now, it wasn't until recently that we learned about what transpired and why they got married. With both Kelly and Aaliyah denying that they had gotten married, they didn't admit it till a few years later. And then now more details have come out. R. Kelly was crazy, batshit crazy, because he got a plan. This is tough, because he had this crazy idea that, she says, hey, I'm pregnant. And he's like, wait a minute, you're only 15. So he convinces her and his manager to get his former tour manager, Demetrius Smith, told him to get a fake ID for Aaliyah, because Kelly was concerned about the legal implications if he was discovered as father, so that he wanted to marry her to protect himself and to protect Aaliyah from having to testify against him. Because he was like, oh, yeah, I could totally get away with this and evade any legal consequences if I'm married. Yeah. The man just is not there, folks. No. But no criminal charges were ever filed. The dude just skated, Now, in November of 1996, R. Kelly peaked on the Billboard pop chart at number 2 with his song from the soundtrack of the Space Jam movie. The song, which I've already heard, I Believe I Can Fly, and it became an instant classic. This song was everywhere. Now, the very next month, in December, Tiffany Hawkins sued R. Kelly for having sex with her when she was only 15 and he was 24. However, in January of 1998, the lawsuit was settled. Of course, R. Kelly denied any wrongdoing, but he did pay her a large sum of money. And went on the next month, he went ahead and won 3 Grammys for I Believe I Can Fly. This is like, mind-blowing. Now, the Chicago Sun-Times on December 21st of 2000, they reported on R. Kelly, citing some court records and various interviews accusing R. Kelly of using his position of fame and influence as a pop superstar to meet girls as young as 15 and have sex with them. Still, nothing happens. Nobody steps up for these girls who are, right now, he keeps, oh, I'll get into it. Because he was controlling them. We're going to get into some of this. In 2002, he was arrested and accused of making a recording of himself sexually and urinating on a 14-year-old girl. Yeah. But he continued to work with other musicians, and people were like, oh, that's cool. And in 2008, he was acquitted because the victim refused to testify at the trial. Well, no shit, the victim didn't want to testify. Hello? Having a victim relive their trauma and humiliation in front of strangers who will judge them is awful. Especially when they were a young black woman being taken advantage by an older man who had a lot of power and influence. Oh. Who wants to live that kind of humiliation in front of these people and be judged? So, even with the video footage, this asshole got acquitted. Yep. I'm telling you, the system does not put any value in black women and children. They are human, but they're not being treated as such, and they're not being listened to. Family of women who R. Kelly has been keeping have tried to free their daughters. You see, he keeps them in a home. He will travel sometimes with them to hotels, and this is where he gets into the trafficking issue, because he would take some of them with him. And families tried to seek help and get someone to get their daughters out of there. But because some of them were, they started out as 15, but as they got older, and he still had them for years, folks, this is years he would have these women bound to him. They were like, well, they're an adult now, so what? They didn't care about the safety of these women. No one would help. So what was happening behind closed doors was being suppressed and kept secret all this time. Victims have shared being hit, chained up in a basement, starved, and SA'd. Their experiences are very dehumanizing. They would be punished for how they looked if they didn't like the right basketball team. His cruelty seemed to know no limits. And he trying to escape and get caught caused them to be afflicted with more punishments. And these women were just so degraded, they couldn't think they could get out. When you're that abused and you're treated like trash, you can't see a way out because you start believing you're just trash. With the hashtag #MeToo movement being noticed in April 2018, finally, a victim's advocacy group stepped up and they demanded that the allegations against R. Kelly be investigated deeper because it hasn't been done and it needs to be done. And I'm like, thank goodness. And R. Kelly had his people vigorously deny any wrongdoing and tried to claim that he was the victim of, and I quote, an attempted public lynching of a black man who has made extraordinarily contributions to our culture. That's what R. Kelly had his people say. He's the victim here. Not the women. Well, Spotify the next month, May 10th, 2008 said they yeeted R. Kelly's music from its playlist, and it was part of their new hate content and hateful conduct policy. They're like, you're gone. And because of Spotify stepping up, Apple and Pandora stopped promoting his music too. Now, another victim filed a case against R. Kelly in May of 2018. Of course, Kelly denies any wrongdoing because I'm innocent. I am just a victim because I am just so famous and everyone just wants to bring me down, you know? Oh. Well, January of 2019, Lifetime aired the documentary series Surviving R. Kelly. I watched this back then, and I remember the impact it had on me. I was horrified. I was heartbroken, and I just wanted to help these women. How could they endure so much for so long, and him repeatedly getting away with it? And the families of these women just wanting to see their daughters and their sisters and cousins, but they couldn't because of the control R. Kelly had over them. I highly suggest, if you have not seen this special, Surviving R. Kelly, you do so. You will get a lot more information than I'm allowed to provide to you here on YouTube to get a deeper understanding of the horror inflicted upon these black women, these young black women. Now, after this comes out, yeah, R. Kelly not too happy. Oh no. Oh no. And on February 22nd, the motherfucker finally gets arrested and charged in Chicago with 10 counts of aggravated sexual abuse. Now, Kelly's attorneys later enter not guilty pleas, and the singer is released from jail on bail. And then this idiot, he like I said, he's batshit crazy. Because on March 6th of 2019, he did an interview with Gayle King on CBS News. And holy moly, the dude was unhinged. And I kept thinking, if he gets like this in front of a camera, he has to be so much worse behind it. And his behavior had mirrored that of my ex who abused me. So yeah, you bet I got triggered, man. It was scary, and Gayle just kept a straight face, professional, not willing to give him a, cower as he was standing over her yelling. Oh my gosh. Whew. And you might have seen a lot of clips because people use these clips of him and just raging during this interview. Well, I got some good news here because on May 30th of 2019, Kelly is charged with 11 new sex-related counts in Chicago. Because you see, I told you, he was bringing these women everywhere with him because he had to have complete control of what they wore, how their hair was, if they wore makeup, what they could eat, what they could not eat, when they could sleep, when they should be awake. And then on July 11th of 2019, Kelly is indicted by a federal grand jury in Chicago on 13 counts, including child P, enticement of a minor, and obstruction of justice. So basically grooming and, because he had a lot of videos of all of these young women and what he was doing. So that's CP, folks. Now, in a separate indictment announced that same day, federal prosecutors in New York charged Kelly with 1 count of racketeering and 8 counts of violating the Mann Act, a law that bars transporting anybody across state lines for prostitution, because that's what he was doing. And he was actually, these women were being abused and essayed by others because Kelly wanted it to happen. We talk about Epstein. Well, R. Kelly was over here doing he had his own thing, these men. Now, interestingly enough, he was out walking his dog in Chicago and he gets arrested. Yeah. He's just like, all these counts are coming against him and he's just like, I'm taking my doggy for a walk. And arrested. Yeah. August 2nd of 2019, Kelly pleads not guilty to the federal charges in New York. August 5th of 2019, he is charged now in Minnesota with prostitution and solicitation counts related to an allegation that he invited a teenage girl to a hotel room in 2001 and paid her $200 to dance naked with him. Oh, cringe. Oh. Folks, it's like I just need to bleach my brain here. There's things I just don't need to. Yeah. In response to a request for comment, Kelly's lawyer Steve Greenberg says, "Frankly, I'm not sure I could say anything without swearing." He called the charges an abuse of process, prosecutorial discretion, and a perversion of the statute of limitations. Oh, yeah. Trying to say, you guys are taking advantage of what's been going on with people speaking up, and you are not taking in consideration the statute of limitation. He's like, these. And October 2019, Kelly is denied bail in the New York sex abuse case. Oh, yeah. He's stuck in there. Sorry. He's just been skating by for so long. March 5th of 2020, the singer pleads not guilty in Chicago to an updated federal indictment that included CP charges and allegations pertaining to a new accuser. So, the cases are getting bigger and bigger. More are speaking up. And these victims need a voice, and I'm glad someone is finally, they're being heard, that this is happening. Now, August of 2021, Kelly's trafficking trial begins, and it was postponed because of COVID-related incidents, and the prosecutors present the singer as a serial sexual predator, while his defense lawyers describe his accusers as groupies who try to take advantage of his fame and exploit the Me Too movement. Oh, you heard me. Once again, they're just these young black girls that they're stupid. They just were goo goo gaga like this guy, and now are trying to get money and speak up and try and get fame with this Me Too movement. And try and claim that everything, that they happened to was not consensual or something. I kid you not, folks. This is like September 27th of 2021. Kelly is found guilty in New York on 1 account of racketeering and 8 accounts of violating the Mann Act, a law that I told you with that law bars the transport of people across state lines for any immoral purpose. Ouch. Now, I mentioned R. Kelly has a new legal team. Well, this is what they're trying to do now. You see, R. Kelly seeks acquittal or a new trial after racketeering and the trafficking conviction. The singer's new counsel claims he was denied Sixth Amendment rights and argues to overturn conviction in new court filings. Yeah, I guess he thinks he can beat this. He's beat the system before, and he's been acquitted. He can do it again. And he's trying. I mean, he's really trying, and he's back out there in the news, and I'm disgusted. So who knows what'll happen next? Why don't we get into that psychic tarot reading? I'm kind of eager for this one, but I'm also scared. Here we go. Welcome back. All right, my friends. We're going to get into this tarot reading. Please remember that all of this is, I have to point out, alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I just already feel just this heaviness. Is reading I am curious what we're going to see. We're going to be looking into R. Kelly and his victims and see what has happened and what could happen. Here we go. Yes, I am listening to music. It's a playlist I on YouTube today, not Spotify. The group is Phone. It's German. And I'll have a link down below. We have the Ace of Swords, and that is reversed. Okay. In this deck, this card often stands for like suicide. But I don't know if that's where it's gonna. We'll have to dig deeper, folks, to find out. With the other clarifying cards, what maybe it does not mean suicide, but yeah, I shouldn't even. I'm not allowed to mention that word. Thank you, YouTube, for censoring us. Yeah, I already know the topic of this video is going to get me demonetized, and no one's going to see the video anyway. So I'm just going to go. I'm just going to be real here, folks. Just not holding back. Oh man, I am worried. Who are you? And this is the Lover's card here, folks. Okay, this makes sense now. This is like what the women, they were thinking, oh, I'm in a relationship and he loves me, but it was all clouded. They were not seeing the real truth behind their relationship. This wasn't he didn't love anything or anyone. The Knight of Cups. This is someone who's very idealistic and romantic. So, it's like one of these it's a victim here who really romanticized this relationship, and she is like still in it. I think she's still in this denial. I think it'll hurt too much to realize the truth. All right, here's the Chariot, and the Chariot card is reversed here in this situation. There's just chaos. She doesn't know where to go. So she's clinging to what she has known, which is this relationship. While he's in jail, there's a victim. Yeah. I am very worried about her. The Three of Cups reversed. And you see the drowning woman in this card, right? She's been suffocated by him and his relationship. She's scared to be alone. Here's the devil card. Now, this card is going to stand... I see... You see the people are... I don't know if you can really see here closely. They have the chains on them, but the devil is not holding the chains, keeping them there. But they feel trapped. So even with R. Kelly away, she still feels suffocated, trapped, in this relationship. Okay, let me try this again. Punching cards all flew out. That's not. Okay. And here's the Fool upright. She needs to take a leap of faith. And see the truth. Because she's not... If she takes this... See, she feels she's bound. If she takes this step, she will have success. And feel love. And find happiness. But she needs to take that leap. There's family who love her so much. She's embarrassed. And here's the death card, folks. Part of me wonders if she's still alive right now. Or she's going to take her life. Unless she takes this chance for a new beginning. She's been offered, but if she doesn't, it's the end. But if she does, she can also come back, and the death card could mean that she's ending everything to move forward. Now, here's the Seven of Cups upside down. Now, usually this is like, she has no goals in life. She sees no reason to take that chance. She has no hopes or dreams. It's been broken. She's been broken down so much. She's not allowed to want something, wish for something. And the Page of Pentacles here. And it's reversed. She's procrastinating. She knows she needs to get out. She's keeps waiting, She's procrastinating. And here's the Empress. There is a mother. Her mother is looking for her and trying to show compassion and be nurturing. Like, it's okay. You're loved. You are special. You are valued. Her mother is trying to reach out and find her. She's still in hiding. Yeah. As I said that, the card I pull up is the Hermit reversed. Like I said, she's still in hiding, right? She's isolated herself. She's withdrawn from her family and her mom. I hope she gets this courage. The Moon reversed. Oh. She is so confused internally, so confused about what love is, and she needs to let go of any fear that there's going to be anything that's going to happen to her for stepping out and leaving him. She's terrified. Yeah, here is the King of Wands, and you see him holding the woman in this card while she's just out. This is somebody who's very forceful, very charismatic, and extremely creative. Which I think represents R. Kelly here. She is afraid of him. Still, while he's in jail. And here is the Knight of Swords, upright. Okay. And the High Priestess reversed. Okay. She is key into some stuff that's happened. She's witnessed. And he has tried to keep her quiet about it. Someone is taking advantage of her. Well, R. Kelly, but who has her? Who is she with right now? Where is she? Two of Cups. Reversed. Hopefully she breaks free. Because that could mean a breakup, learning to love herself. Yeah. Learning she can't trust these people who are threatening her. And R. Kelly. Yeah. Hi. Oh, honey, I hope she takes that leap of faith. Let's see here. What's also going on? Whoa! Cards just start flying at me. Okay. So, we have the moon reversed again here. And once again, we have the Chariot reversed. Wow. I need one more card, man. Because something. Okay. And the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Did he just like... To him, these women who are his commodity, his property, R. Kelly, man, dude. He is really broken inside. Something happened to him when he was young, and it caused him to confuse what love is and what control. That if you're loved, that person's going to do everything for you and be perfect. But if they aren't, then they don't love you. I think he was abused. I think he is enacting what he was taught. He has no discipline. He's very unhinged. And Ooh, the Ace of Pentacles reversed here. Really? He gets bored with the women and tries to shake things up or bring in someone else. Yeah. Five of Swords here. This is causing conflict and making sure that he wins. He's on top at all times. But I think he liked the drama. Like, you know, of the women. He liked to think that they fought over who gets to be with him. Really? Yeah. I'm like, ugh. He took a sick delight in that. Yeah, bound. You see the bound woman here in the Ten of Wands? He felt he had to be in control or he had no control. And here's the Four of Pentacles reversed here. His home life, I don't know what, I didn't really learn anything about that, and I'm really concerned. I see brokenness, like, and nobody supported him and encouraged him. And I think he thought in his mind that these women, it's like, you do everything I say and I'm taking care of you. I'm giving you food. I'm giving you shelter. It's twisted. His because he had so much, there was so much chaos and anger and fighting in his home life, in his oh yeah. It's hard to see him as this little broken kid. And you got the High Priestess here. And she's upright this time. It's what he was doing to those women. There's more to it, and more is going to be coming out. Him wanting to seek this appeal to get his case, reversed, charges reversed and acquitted. Yeah, he's being reckless. Seriously, this time the Knight of Swords is reversed, and this is just someone being reckless, impulsive, unfocused. He is in like this survivor mode, and he will say and do anything to get out. He does not like being in jail. He has no power, and it's all stripped from him. And that is horrifying to him. Now, here we have the Ace of Cups upright. I want to see what comes next, because that really symbolizes his creativity. He became the top R&B artist. Was it between 1985 and like 2010 or something? I mean, hello. And here we have this reversed. He's rethinking how he's going to handle himself case-wise. He is trying to plan and think out, but he's very confused. He's not remembering things straight anymore. Yeah. And here we go. Reversed. This is, okay, so it's 14. These ladies here. What is in her hand? Okay, it's a bottle of wine. I am legally blind, so I have a hard time seeing things, but I'm trying to. Shit. With him being reckless, this is just. This is temperance reversed, folks. So he's. Everything is not balanced. He's being, you know. He. Oh, okay, yeah. So here's the Queen of Swords reversed. He is controlling someone still behind the bars here, jail, and he is using somebody who is. I'm seeing a strong feminine energy of someone very. Oh no, this is the victim. She's she's been told she's overly emotional, and this is someone who can be influenced easily. Is it Joycelyn? That name popped up just now, and I just. Oh my god. Oh, Joycelyn. Is that your name? She thinks she can't get away. Here's the Nine of Wands. Down. She's exhausted by everything. She just is so broken, so scared. And then here's the Three of Wands reversed. There is somebody who is acting like he is R. Kelly's voice. I don't know how she's gonna get free. She's like walking zombie. Now we have the Fool reversed. Remember, she was supposed to take here. She's holding back. It's almost like she's dead inside. I think that's what the death is. This just gave me a breath of fresh air here, folks. This is the star. She has no hope, but she's gonna get something's gonna happen. It's gonna suddenly awaken in her that something spiritually she's going to connect and realize she could break free. And this time we have Death card reversed. And I just she is just procrastinating. She's scared to have that hope. So she's keeping herself there. Okay. I'm going to pull out an oracle deck I was drawn to when I started. When I was looking for cards to use. I haven't used this one in a while. Cards are a little big for me, so my little hand is like. You see, this is. Okay, here we go. Ooh, okay. Companionship. Sorrow. Yeah, we have King Arthur and the Prince. Okay, I get this. I see where this is going. And the Forsaken Soldier. trauma. So, R. Kelly was something horrible happened to him, and it's being taken out on these young women. He lost someone in his life, like someone who was his only hope and a good example. That if they were removed from him or they died, and he ended up being broken and abused. Yeah, here's the Prince of Avarice. He's very narcissistic. We know that. He thinks he can get away with everything, and he has been. Until people saw Surviving R. Kelly, they were like, ugh. Caretaker of the Lost. Respite Memory Assistance. Here's Want. He really felt he was taking care of these girls. He really did. Here's Osiris, God King of Duat. Acquisitions. Women were acquisitions to him, and he felt responsible in his twisted way. He really felt he was doing good for them because they would be lost and hopeless and not be able to make the right decisions if they didn't have him. Holy moly. Yeah, that's yeah. I was gonna stop right here and not do more, but I'm being drawn. So let's pull this out here. You know my Lenormand deck. Okay, I'm using the gilded version today since it was right there. Oop, here we go. Do I have 3 cards already? 39, the dice. 18, the dog. And 42, the compass. Okay, so he's taking a gamble. He believes that there's those who are still loyal to him. So yeah, this is why he's the new court case going on here, folks. Why, he thinks he still has loyalty. People are still loyal to him because, his great music. I believe I can fly. Yeah. So the compass is he needs to stop. Really think about where his life is going, what he has done in his life, because the boy is disillusioned here. He thinks he's like, it's all a game with these courts. I dropped a card. Sorry, folks. Yeah, these women, he's just having fun. They're a game. There's the lady. Wow, man. Mm. 36. Okay. This means suffering, a sacrifice, a burden. Sometimes it does deal with religion here. And it's over the doggy who's loyal. He thinks these women are going to sacrifice themselves for him. There's a specific woman he thinks. I wonder if it's Jocelyn. Is that her name? Is that the name of one of his victims? I'm almost positive. I must remember it from something that I've read or saw in a movie. Because it's just coming up. And here's 12 with the birds. These birdies here. What they mean is gossip, and it talks about a couple. And since we have the lady here with the sacrifice, let's talk about a relationship here. And the gossip about it. Could also mean she's going to get a phone call. A phone call that might give her that hope. Here's 31, the sun, folks. This means there's going to be a positive outcome for her. He's taking a gamble on her, but it's going to go her way, not his. Joycelyn. Okay, here's 4. Here's the home. She is in a home. Someplace that had hidden away from R. Kelly. Of R. Kelly's. 19. But next to the home, what we have here is the tower. And this means someone who is controlling, overseeing over her. Still, from jail, we see, this is just confirming what's going on, this twistedness. At 35, here's we have the anchor. She is hanging in there, folks. She's holding fast. She's waiting. She's waiting for something. It's going to hit her that she can get away. And here's 16. We can see this beautiful card. What we have here is stars. It's like the astrology. This is about hope. Something's going to give her hope, folks. I don't know what, but how it's going to happen, but it will. I think another woman. Maybe it's her mother. Is her mother alive? Is her mother looking? I don't know. I'm just seeing this. She is the hope. She has a lot of hope for her daughter. She's feeling broken and lost because of this traitor here. You see the snake card? Yeah, that's R. Kelly. He's very... He says or does something that she feels is a betrayal. And that might click into her. That might make her say, here's number card 1 with the rider. There's going to be some kind of message, some news that she's going to hear, and she's going to feel very, very, very betrayed. She feels betrayed by her mother. She doesn't realize that her mother is the one who can help her. This other woman, if that is her mother, she needs to stop and take the time and reassess things and see how her mind has been manipulated to see the actions of her mother as a problem and not what R. Kelly's done. She really thinks that she's alone, and I pull up the mountain. This is blocking everything here. Yeah. She's resistant to break free because she can't see past the mountain here. But, okay, there's the man. The man is the mountain. R. Kelly is blocking any kind of hope. He's an obstacle keeping her caged. And I pull up the cage. Ah! Yeah! That's like... Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Whew. This also means social media. There's going to be something through the social media that he's using maybe something in social media to give her messages. I said give her messages, and here it is, those 27, the letter, which is about messages. Okay, yeah, there's like some kind of tweeting, social network post. It's something out there that's the key. If you find it and you'll be able to discover. You might be able to look at this. You might be able to discover. Here's the magnifying glass. Got to look into it clearer. Find out who that person is, and we'll figure out where this woman is. Okay, and here's 17. Ooh. This could mean a lot of things here. This could mean pregnancy. But it could also mean that there's going to be change, a promotion, an improvement in their life. I think it could be both, too, huh? Uh-huh. Interesting. So... Oh. Here's a tree. She's been hesitant to grow. It's like she's been stunted, but she's finally going to be able to grow, and then here's the ship. Break free. She needs a vacation. She has been taken somewhere. Yeah, here's the 24. This card is just showing you, once again, can be love. This is happiness. And, we got her mom here underneath this. Her mom, with the store card, that, I'm thinking it could symbolize her being, the daughter, and her loving her daughter and helping her get away. I hope that happens. I hope those women are reunited and there can be healing in their lives. Because they've been, I'm seeing like decade, 2 decades. This has gone on a long time. Folks, that's my reading on R. Kelly. Please thumbs up this video if you liked this. Comment down below on your thoughts, which you saw, you're seeing, things I might have missed, or, when I wasn't clear about something, maybe you have information. Share it with me. Share it with everyone. We're a great community. We have a lot of, good discussions down below, and I appreciate my subscribers so very much. And I wanted to, call out my wonderful subscriber who gave me this idea. I said I'd give them a shout out. Let me pull this up here. I'm trying to pull it up here. I'm like, Okay, there's so many. I gotta scroll through here. Oh, here it is. KLove92. Thank you for suggesting this reading. I really hope that maybe Joycelyn will see this video. I mean, honey, I hope you can. I got out of it really bad. I was trapped. I was isolated from my family. I was told that they didn't love me, and I believed this guy, because they weren't around. Or, I felt like it was harsh. And I was broken. And I got out. And there is hope. Oh my gosh. I look at myself now. I have 2 children and a beautiful wife, and we have a beautiful home, and I'm loved and respected. That being respected is such a wonderful feeling, and appreciated. And I love and respect and appreciate my wife because she does so much, and we both, and she makes me feel appreciated and loved and respected. I'm in such a healthy relationship now, and it's so good. And I just, there is, you might think, you might want to just end things. You might just want to give up. But I've been down in that dark, dark pit of despair. And I cried out to my God to help me and lift me up. And I had to pick myself up and keep going and not give up. Even when there are so many hurdles and people keeping me away from making the right choices to get free. It's hard. I did start seeing a therapist, and let me tell you, therapy helps. You don't be ashamed, because you can begin healing and be whole. And so I went through a lot of healing, I was able at a point to be in a good, healthy relationship that I am in now. We've been together for like 15 years. Yeah. That's pretty exciting. Almost 15 years. Anyway, you guys, going on and on here. Just remember, also, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when I do another video. And please comment down below with more ideas of what you would like to see me do. Investigate and do a tarot reading on. Anything from pop culture, true crime, conspiracy theories, unsolved mysteries. You name it. I'm your psychic for it. Let's do this. And folks, remember, be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Be kind to others. Be compassionate to others and to yourself. I love you guys. Bye.